So I realized before making my previous video, which should come out before this one, I made a mistake in my recording, so there might be some fuzziness, but this one is going to be a little bit better because my settings are built for better quality. That said, I gotta remember to myself what I'm doing. No cadence, no ethereal, no frost mage, no double shot, which means I can't take any perks in those trees. And then technically no summons, but there should be a priority list in the pinned comment below. I didn't want to put it in the description because that'll get cut off, and most people don't hit the read more, but, well, we're gonna find out what's gonna be better for me and what's not, because I'm going to get swarmed soon, and yes, I took Pyro Mage early game, so be it. Because if I can get Fireball earlier, might do me some good, but we're gonna find out, as long as my movement doesn't get me killed as well, but we're gonna find out. So yes, shotgun might be LOL easy, but I'm banning myself from a lot of perks that are either at minimum crutches or at best huge DPS increases, because I don't think a lot of people will argue the utility and the damage output that Frost Mage perk tree does, along with double shot most of the time. And the reason I just say double shot is because all of what double shot's perks go into are pretty helpful, and obviously double shot in itself is the requirement to get those perks. So if nothing else though, armed and ready pretty good, because I get a bigger ammo clip for a shotgun, which has less ammo. Which is something I need to be paying more attention to. I guess not linear games, but linear gains, but gains that are in number relative to a weapon's, small number. What I mean by that is shotgun has 2 clips, so increasing max ammo by 2 or 4 or something is means a lot more than compared to, say, SMG or flame gun. It still has an effect. It's never not going to be good, but things like, yeah, shotgun getting, basically you're doubling its ammo, and considering how its shots, spreads into 4 shots, and each shot is capable of one-shotting one monster early game, then that's pretty helpful. Things like in my previous video, which I didn't get to experience with, Reaper Rounds, which reduces your max HP by 1, and for Diamond that means less to her, so it's actually better, but adding Reaper Rounds adds 10 damage to your overall base damage, so it still has an effect, again, for crossbow or shotgun, which each shot does like 10 to 20 damage, more depending, but means a lot more on, say, flame gun, which only does 3 base. So flame gun doing 13 damage, again, is quite a lot of HP. To ads that are, I think, at 9 to 8 minutes till dawn, or, I'm sorry, 8 to 9 minutes in-game, or 11 to 12 minutes till dawn. I think ads have a base of 80 HP. So, again, being able to do 13 on top of, say, if you're doing a regular run, you have Shatter, so you're doing an extra 10 HP, but depending on your gun, like shotgun, you're doing 40 because the ad gets hit by 4 bullets, it pierces, things of that sort. It's pretty helpful. And then, yeah, if you have lightning, that's 22 damage base. All of these things do add up, and then maybe you need about a second or 2, but if ads are frozen, it doesn't matter because they'll freeze for, monsters freeze for about 3 seconds. So that's 3 seconds for things to burn for pretty much all of the burn time, because burns only, things tick 4 times. And even if it ticked 3 to 4, whether it ticks 3 to 4 times, it's still a lot of, that's still most of the burn damage. So a frozen ad that's going to be ticking for that much, all of it adds up to 80. A little more, you need a little more because of how darkness level scales HP, but nonetheless, you're doing a lot more damage with things like, if you're adding big numbers in comparison to small numbers, which, sounds really, really small brain, but trust me, it makes sense. And it makes more sense for, when you're playing games and you have Reaper Rounds. 10 plus 3 is a lot more than 10 plus 20, although both are much appreciated. So as we approach, what we want to do, because I think most of my deaths are, granted, due to bad movement on my part, but some of it is also my build, because if my build was good, granted, with the bans that I put in place in this challenge video, oh my goodness, pick it up. I'm gonna get hit because this doesn't knock enemies back, but yeah, having the right build will stop you from getting swarmed in the first place. Although, how much I can do so, granted, challenge videos RNG itself, RNG in itself, I'll talk about that later. But to connect that, yeah, my build will depend on the perks I pick up. So, assuming I know which perks to pick up, granted, with the knowledge of what I'm banning for myself, maybe there is a winning option, but even then, even if I know what to pick, I would need to rely on the RNG of level ups, because if I don't get the perks that I want in the order I want, then it won't matter if I know what build to choose if I end up dying regardless. So I'm going to take Fresh Clip there. It's pretty much the biggest DPS increase that I can get immediately. Vision is, I think a lot of people say Vision is pretty bad. I can see why, and when it put into practice, it really doesn't add as much as, you know, Frost Mage. Vision adds a lot of utility and indirect strength in terms of leveling up, especially if you take magnetism stuff, but it's still, or you take the Vision damage increase, but again, because other perks do more, that and or more, it's quote-unquote less helpful. So we'll take aim here, because Assassin is going to be helpful for me later on. So knowing that I need more DPS, being able to do effective 20%-ish on an ad is going to be pretty helpful. That said, it's not, obviously in practice it's not always going to be 20%, but still close enough to 10% minimum, I say. 15% on average, maybe, but we'll see. I had to focus for a moment. I think, funny enough, staying close to Shove might be the play. That way it's easier to dodge it, but, you know, we'll also take this just so we get a buff while we have shield. But whether or not I can survive with it, so I really don't want to lose shield now, but that'll depend on how well I can kite these ads and shove at the same time. So, and yes, Tree does no damage, but I think Tree still takes away your shield, if I recall correctly. Oh goodness, my mouth. At the same time, yes, I do need... nonetheless, I get a damage increase for having that. Oh, nice, it landed outside. Well, I'll try to grab that in about 10 seconds, but, you know, it would have been great. But if the dev programmed that in, there might be a whole host of bugs, or they might have tried programming that in, and there were bugs, so... I'm not gonna give them any sass for it. I'll just deal, because it's not like I've lost it forever. So we're gonna make our way toward this and hopefully get a good tome out of it. Power, yeah, we're gonna take power. Speed is nice. I'm never gonna say speed is completely useless, but I need the immediate damage increase. Unless, of course, my movement is so messed up, then yes, speed does have its use for human error. Although, that said, being able to move a bit quicker, even with the haste, even with the movement speed without, while not shooting, is good, because eventually, especially while you don't have ethereal or infinite ammo of any sort, technically you're still making use of it, which I may take now. Yeah, we'll take now, actually. Because while I reload, I can make changes in my positioning, which may or may help me out. And there could have saved me from losing a heart. I don't have Berserk, otherwise I would have run into the ads on purpose a few times, but... Can I cut my way through? I think I need to actually cut my way through here, so... Okay, good. Because I see all the experience down over here. While at the same time, I need to keep in mind... we'll take Stalwart Shield to get more uptime on the shield perk, unless I just keep getting hit as soon as the shield comes up. That's the worst case scenario, but... Hopefully it works out. I need this shield does need to come back, though. I really need to use the upload. Otherwise, Anger Point would have been a close second. And hopefully I didn't take anything. Yeah, I didn't take Double Shot. I didn't take any summon perks. I didn't take Frost Mage. So, here's hoping. I think I've been dying most of the time on 11 minutes till 12 to 11 minutes till dawn, or close to 10 minutes till dawn, because I've just been getting swarmed. But yeah, let's take light bullets. Run and gun is nice, but we'll see. Oh yeah, that's not great. Did I just lose my shield immediately? Well, here's hoping I survive. I do clear out the waves in front of me, but it's getting hit from the side. I might need to fix my targeting here. Rubber bullets. We'll take rubber bullets. Hopefully they get to bounce a bit. Yeah, so they do get to bounce a bit. But I have to fire into the main. I have to fire into the main swarm to get any use of out of bounces, which I'm not making use of because I'm currently getting hit a bunch. So, and yeah, shotgun has large penetration, so that's also another thing that's working against me. But hopefully it starts working out. Oh goodness, I think I'm gonna die here. I should be doing radio motions. Well, gun mastery, I'm gonna rely on you. Oh goodness. Ugh! Well, I'll show you my final build, and I'll think on what I have to do.